It's Maryland Mysteries. It's the story of a 20-year-old lacrosse star gunned down in Park Heights back in 2014. His name, Devin Cook.
Yeah, he would have been 25 this past Sunday, and his death still bothers those in the city who saw his potential and his impact. Here's Skylar Henry.
If you play lacrosse throughout the year in Baltimore, without a doubt, you'll make a stop at the William J. Myers Pavilion. Every so often, you'll run into Coach Merck.
It's not the easiest game to pick up.
And every so often, you'll hear the story of one of his star pupils.
You know, he got up, a little wobbly, came over to the sideline, and he said, "Man, that guy stuck me, didn't he, man?" And that's when it broke everyone up. Everyone felt a little loose, you know, but that's the kind of kid Devin was, you know.
By all accounts, Devin Cook was the best lacrosse goalie in the city. He picked up the sport in middle school, and it carried him through to college over in Catonsville. Coach Merck remembers the last time he saw Devin.
After the game, you know, kids said, you know, their goodbyes, and, you know, you catch up to them the next time we have an event or something. And that was it. And I guess a couple hours later, I heard the terrible news that happened.
This is sad from the beginning.
Baltimore City Police spokesman Chief T.J. Smith was working in Anne Arundel County at the time, but knows Devin's story well.
It's something that, you know, kind of still has us scratching our heads a bit. This is not a kid that was involved in drugs, wasn't involved in gangs, wasn't a gun toter. He was a young man playing lacrosse, taking care of his younger brother, and a loving son of his mom.
Devin Delonte Cook was, to use his mother Rhonda's words, on his way. He used lacrosse in school as a driving force to keep busy, though his jobs as a barback and at the Maryland Zoo took up most of his other spare time. With his own money, Devin scraped up enough to buy an old, beat-up 1997 Nissan Altima, his get-around car to wheel him and teammates to lacrosse matches around town all summer. It was a warm night in late July 2014. The pride of a proud mom and a determined man in his own right, Devin was in the middle of dropping off his lacrosse buddies when he stopped his car on Willern Avenue in Park Heights. Someone started shooting.
Devin fell into the street right there. We got there, paramedics got there, minutes later he was pronounced deceased.
Devin's friend was also hit. He survived, but was only able to give police a limited description of the shooter. Paramedics found him less than a mile away on Cold Spring Avenue. Rhonda, who is still too shaken up for an on-camera interview with us this go-round, did sit down with WMAR2 News months after Devin was killed. She got a call the morning after the shooting. It was Devin's girlfriend.
They didn't just kill Devin. They killed all our hopes, dreams. His younger brother looked up to him so much. And he wonders why Devin cannot play lacrosse with him.
A sinking feeling for Rhonda and those closest to Devin, only made deeper by the years of not knowing who would want to do anything to the 20-year-old who was going places.
This wasn't a young man who was going to grow up to be a repeat violent offender. This wasn't a young man who was going to grow up to be a gang member or OG from a gang. This is a young man who would have grown up to mentor other young people, to get other young people active in sports or something else positive to keep them off the streets.
For Coach Merck, it's a feeling of what if and what could have been, as Devin's love for the game often brought him here to the pavilion as well, sharing his knowledge and skills with those who suited up.
He's the kind of kid that knows how to give respect. You know, yes, sir, no, sir. You know, he's very polite. He's mannerly all the time. He's just an outstanding kid. Intelligent, funny, you know, it's whatever you could ask for.
A bright light dimmed by the sometimes cruel nature of the streets. With another Maryland mystery, in Baltimore, I'm Skylar Henry, WMAR 2 News.
Devin's mother did speak with Skylar by phone, and in their conversation, she told him she forgives the person who did this. But Devin's blood is still on their hands. So if you have any information you can help police out with this, you can solve a Maryland mystery. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call.